Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Welcome in. It has been a weird morning. I'm just going to start off right off the bat with it. 9:06, a little bit late. My apologies. It's just been weird here at the RiverBender building for the last 2 hours. Everything's still A-okay, though. We got a great show for you. Going to be talking to the Grafton Winery here in about 13 minutes or so. Then around 10:10, we're going to be talking to Eddie Sholar and getting the latest from Village Dispensary, one of our newest supporters of the show, and we're really excited to get the word out and talk a little bit more about the great cannabis opportunities that await all of us right over there at Village Dispensary. Then at 10:35, we're going to be talking to Sarah Beth, and we're going to get all the details on Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew. This is a really great event. This takes place at the loading dock on May the 18th during that real busy weekend in Grafton. I'm telling you what, if you don't find anything to do in Grafton the weekend of May 18th, you're in some trouble. So Sarah Beth's going to join us, fill us in on the organization and the mission behind it and all of that good stuff. But at 9:07, here is what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for your daily email update and sign up for text alerts. You can go to RiverBender.com's homepage right now and listen. The text message thing, easiest in the book. Yes, it is. And all you got to do is text that phone number. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I'll give it to you here in just a couple of seconds. But these text alerts are really cool, and it's a great way for all of us to stay up to date, whether or not you have the app or have the email blast, you name it. We're here for your daily dose of local. We'll take you to Alton first. Nathaniel Pryor, a 64-year-old man from Granite City, is now facing charges for two separate incidents of residential burglary that occurred within 5 days of each other at the same apartment building in Alton. Here's what we know. The first incident took place on April the 6th and the second on the 11th of April, with both classified as a Class 1 felony. Pryor allegedly entered an apartment unlawfully while the resident was on vacation, disturbing the living space and removing personal documents. Later, he was identified by neighbors and confessed to the unauthorized entry. In a subsequent burglary, he reportedly stole a TV and damaged numerous items inside another apartment. Currently, Pryor is being held in jail pending his court appearance. The charges are based upon probable cause and never imply guilt. Also in the news today, on March the 5th, Tanya Obosieta, a 38-year-old resident of Pompano Beach, Florida, pled guilty to 12 counts of wire fraud for scamming her grandmother out of more than $300,000. This case, part of the Department of Justice Elder Justice Initiative, highlights the federal efforts to combat financial crimes against seniors. Obosieta manipulated her grandmother into transferring funds by fabricating various financial emergencies between November 2021 and August of 2022. These included false claims about owing IRS debts and being involved in vehicular accidents. U.S. Attorney Rochelle Crow and the FBI emphasized their dedication to prosecuting those who exploit elderly citizens. Obosieta faces up to 20 years in prison per count, with sentencing scheduled for the 13th of August. The FBI Springfield field office led the investigation. And Assistant U.S. Attorneys Scott Versman and Kathleen Howard prosecuted this case. In Alton, the Holland family of Alton celebrated a significant addition to their family with the birth of Serenity Holland on April the 15th at Anderson Hospital. Born at 8:40 in the morning, the joyous event has been welcomed by parents Kim and Cameo Holland, the city treasurer for the city of Alton, and supportive circle of family and friends, including Serenity's grandparents and great-grandparents. The Hollands are thankful for the community's support and the excellent care from Anderson Hospital. They look forward to the bright and joyful future of Serenity as she brings that to their lives. Congratulations to Cameo on the birth of Serenity. Always great to hear great news. On Thursday, the St. Louis Family Court ruled to try 17-year-old Jonelle Carter as an adult following a spate of criminal activities residing in the 2100th block of Edmond Avenue. Carter faces 53 charges ranging from burglary to property damage. His alleged crime spree lasted almost a year, from June 2022 to June in 2023, now during which he reportedly broke into vehicles and homes, stealing items such as purses, credit cards, firearms, and even motor vehicles across St. Louis County. Captured in a stolen vehicle, Carter was found with items from prior thefts. Detectives discovered his fingerprints on a damaged vehicle, and one of the stolen firearms was listed for sale on his Instagram. He is held on a $25,000 cash-only bond. The St. Louis County Police Department's Bureau of Crimes Against Property led the investigation. Also in the news today, you guys know which road closure I'm talking about. The Illinois Department of Transportation has announced starting at 9 p.m. lane closures will be implemented on Interstate 270 from Illinois 3 to Riverview Drive, affecting both directions. The closures are necessary for road repairs, will allow only one lane to remain open. All lanes are scheduled to reopen by early Monday morning, May the 6th. The motorists are advised to expect delays and are considered to be using alternative routes. Further, drivers are urged to reduce their speeds, adhere to construction signs, and avoid using mobile devices while approaching and traveling through work zones. For more updates, you can follow at I.District 8 on X, or you can check out the IDOT Travelers Information Map on gettingaroundillinois.com. That's gettingaroundillinois.com. One final bit of news for you today. Community members gathered at the Alton Amphitheater yesterday to observe the National Day of Prayer. The event featured a full day of live worship music and prayers led by local civic leaders and pastors, with 7 bands performing throughout the day. Attendees, they enjoyed sunny weather and the opportunity to engage in prayer and fellowship until 5 p.m. Organizers and participants described the day as an amazing and powerful experience, highlighting the unity among people from various churches and backgrounds. The event emphasized communal prayer in the city, nation, and for our leaders, enriching the spiritual atmosphere with music and that shared purpose. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend at 9:14. Let's take a look at your weather. It's Florida in the Riverbender building, I can tell you that much. I mean, I was the dummy that decided to put on a sweatshirt after after I just had a t-shirt on here. Now I am about 20 degrees over the temperature I should be, and I'm starting to sweat here. 64 degrees, it feels like 67 today, a morning shower in spots. Otherwise, those clouds will break way for some sun. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Humidity is at 97% in the St. Louis region right now. Temperatures will reach 77 degrees today, drop down to 60 overnight as we head into Saturday. On Saturday, a 40% chance of thunderstorms, a high of 80, a low of 59 degrees. On Sunday, a 40% chance of precipitation, a high of 75, a low of 62. On Monday, the 6th of May, a high of 80, a low of 66, no rain in the forecast. And on Tuesday, an 80% chance that we are getting a thunderstorm, a high of 84, a low of 60 degrees. You can get your time and temperature throughout the day by calling what number? 618-465-4545. That's right, you grew up with it, and so did I, and we still have it here. Powered by RiverBender.com. And this morning, That time and temperature line is powered by Tom Lane. He is our local State Farm agent. Give him a call today to get a new quote. Before I send you to Skycam, you saw the interview yesterday, and so many of you read the article too. Scotty McCreery, damn straight he's coming to town. This is it, your chance to get tickets to see one of the best in country music with a brand new album, Rise and Fall. It's available May the 10th, and he's coming to Alton Amphitheater on August the 9th. He takes the stage at 8 p.m. If you are a member of the Scotty McCreery fan club, you can get tickets currently today. But if you aren't, general ticket sales go on sale on Monday at metrotix.com. You can click on the RiverBender.com wallpaper today, and it'll take you directly to where you need to go. You don't need 5 more minutes. You just need 5 seconds to get your tickets to see Scotty McCreery live at the Alton Riverfront Amphitheater. For more information, you can visit altonriverfrontamphitheater.com today. That's altonriverfrontamphitheater.com. And don't forget to tell the event organizers, or maybe even Scotty McCreery, that CJ sent you over their way. 9:16 is the time, and we're going to be talking to Grafton Winery here in a couple of minutes. But before we do that, let's take a look at Skycam. Let's see how downtown Alton's looking after that stormy Thursday evening.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you work so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
It's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to lose. It's a given thing. What a terrible
Oh, yeah. Same here, though. It's always good to see everyone doing good stuff. 921. Where have you been? Oh, that's right. Jameson, Grafton Winery and Brew House. How are we doing, man? So this is cool. Drew was just on a couple of days ago talking about his performance coming up at the Brew House, and then Angela's teaching that class. And man, last time that went really well.
Yeah, it did. They'd reached out last fall. Angela wanted to do a sign language class, kind of a sip and sign event with us. So we did that at the Vineyards, and it was well attended. And then her husband Drew is a phenomenal musician. So we are doing our 14th annual Blues Festival the weekend of 18th and 19th. So Drew's going to be kicking that off at the Brew House for us.
Nice. Now, who else is coming down to perform?
So we've got Drew on Friday night. He'll be there from 6 to 9. And then Saturday, we're going to have the Soulard Blues Band.
Oh,
and that's
cool.
going to be up at the Vineyards.
Yeah.
They'll be 1 to 4. And then we've got the Ivis John Band on Saturday as well from 5 to 8.
That's awesome. That's a really good showing and really great selection, too. And I like the Vineyards part of it because you have no better spot to really just relax and enjoy music than up at the Vineyards.
Yeah, definitely. Sprawling, quaint, very, very nice atmosphere up there. And then Sunday we'll have two more bands as well. We got the Blue Moon Blues Band. And then Billy Peak closes it out for us on Sunday.
Well, how long have you guys been putting on the the annual Blues Festival?
Yeah, so this is going to be 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, have you been around for the 14 years?
I have not. I've been there about 6.
That's what I thought. How's it grown throughout the 6 years you've been there?
Oh, it's been great. We moved it up to the Vineyards just for logistics and space.
Right.
Parking, there's plenty of parking up there. It's a free event for everybody. Come and listen to great music and stuff. The only year we missed was the flood of 19.
Are you well?
Yeah.
That was a weird flood too, because it lingered for a while.
Oh yeah, it did.
Man, well, and now, how long does it take to get all the performers ready? Because it seems like at this point, this is one that folks jump on and say, "Hey, when are we playing?"
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all of my music, I try to book it a year in advance, regardless.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just so we're set. The musicians like it, so they can make out their schedule too.
That's cool.
And we love getting great acts in there and musicians that just love what they do.
Well, and I think it's for folks at home going, man, a year out, but you're right because they got lives to live too and different performances to go to and gigs, and that makes it easier on everybody.
Yep, for sure.
And now throughout the weekend, are there going to be some specials? Anything that we can get our teeth into?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a couple vendors up there. We always try to have a few of them, different arts and crafts and things like that. We're going to have local beers on display from Schlafly, Old Bakery. And then, of course, our wine, and it's just going to be a fun weekend.
That's really cool. And whenever we're talking about, summer season and all that, there's what do you guys do with your layout? Because in fall, you have the bonfire nights, but in the summer, do you have any Sunday fun day type of events or anything like that? So I was just looking on your website, wanted to ask.
Definitely. No, we always try to keep, so we're just starting music this weekend, actually, up there. So Saturdays and Sundays, you can look on the website and kind of see our music lineup. And then we do a Friday night, kind of like a sunset at the Vineyards. Every month, it's the second Friday of the month. But yeah, we're just trying to get more people up there. We also do tours and tastings of the Vineyards. So you can go take a tour, see production, how it works, take a walk out in the vines, and kind of get a behind-the-scenes look.
Well, and with the Blues Festival, man, it's almost like an open house, where you're listening to some great music, but you're also having the chance to kind of enjoy the winery in a different setting, too.
Oh, definitely. The music's out in our pavilion, which is very large, and then you can hear the music outside, too. So
yeah, I bet.
You can just, relax and kind of enjoy the whole day up there with two bands each day.
Well, man, what better than blues and wine, you know? And now, are you guys, do you guys have a food menu up there?
Yeah, it'll be a special event menu, something that we'll be able to, get out fast and efficient for people.
That makes sense. How many do you expect to, do you guys expect for this? Because it seems like this is always really well attended, too.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we can range anywhere from 300 to 500 a day up there for it, yeah.
And that weekend is a busy weekend, too. I know there's Sip, Sample, Stroll, and some other things. So
Grafton, you'll be able to spend the whole day.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm grabbing the folks, and we're going to go up and take a little bit of a tour and then end at the winery and have some good live music and blues. Now, how many are on the team to put on this event?
As far as staff and stuff? Yeah, it's probably 8 to 10. Yeah, we want to make sure, we've got enough staff to provide quality and fast service for everybody.
I mean, just to put it on, is it just yourself that organizes everything, or do you have a team a little bit?
Yeah, it's myself, the owners, Mike and Lori. Kind of a little bit everybody. I've got my wine club manager, Shane, who helps with things. Sam, who kind of manages the vineyards, he does as well. So it's a team effort.
That's really cool. And now, we were talking before we came back on, and what was coming up down the pipeline after the Blues Festival?
Yeah, so the following Saturday, the 25th, I think it is, Memorial Day weekend, we've got a jazz saxophonist, Tim Cunningham. He's going to be doing a concert up there from 6 to 9. It's a ticketed event. I think it's $25 in advance. He's phenomenal. He's played all over the country. He's done commercials and TV stuff. And so I'm excited for it. It's our first time with him. So far, ticket sales look pretty nice. So hopefully it's something we'll continue to do.
And how can folks get tickets for that one?
They can go on to the Vineyards Facebook page, and there's a link on there to get tickets.
Perfect.
Yep.
And you can always follow along at thegraftonwinery.com. I like your guys' calendar, too. I like these where it's easy to kind of stay up to date, and you can subscribe to it, so it almost syncs up to your, it does sync up to your phone.
For sure. It's actually a newer website, too. We just launched within the last couple months. So
really cool. I like it a lot. And getting back to the Blues Festival, how long does yours run start to finish? When should folks kind of expect to start making their way up to the winery in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say both days about noon.
Okay.
Noon to 7 o'clock. I think 7 is when the last two bands will finish up each day.
Nice. Yeah. And now, are you having a little bit of some crossover after the two bands, or is it pretty much an hour maybe of mingling and getting out?
It'll pretty much wrap up after that.
That makes sense.
Yep. It'll be a long day for everybody and stuff. And
what goes into putting on something and making it successful like this? Because after 6 years, I mean, you've seen how things can go, but no one really realizes how much work's going on during the event because we're just enjoying it. But how much does really go on, and how much is going on behind the scenes to put this on?
Yeah, definitely a lot of it. Just making sure we're staffed up to provide that good experience for people, have enough areas for people to purchase beverages or food, and just put out kind of a quality product for everybody.
That's really cool. You got a moment to stick around? I got to pay a quick bill. Yeah. Cool. 9:28. I got to pay a quick bill because I forgot to take my first commercial break earlier. It's 9:28, but Jameson ain't going anywhere. We're talking Blues Festival, and I got some more questions about the vineyards and ways that we can get our hands on some of that great wine. You'll stay right there, and I'll stay right here. Daily Show hits you on a Friday right after this.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance Insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Oh, yeah. 932, Apple Crisp, Captain's Blush, you know, Chardonnay. Just naming some wines that you could have if you go to the GraftonWinery.com /collections/wines and start purchasing some bottles and getting yourself ready for the Blues Festival on the weekend of May the 18th. And just getting back to it, man, you know, is this your guys' peak season because of just the weather opening up and the way that your vineyards are? Because I think in the winter, your guys are pretty busy too.
Yeah, we stay steady. We do music year-round, so that helps. Yeah. You know, and then when the weather's nice, it's so fun to just sit out. And so spring is always great. And then fall is obviously huge with the foliage and everything of the leaves.
I didn't even think about that. A lot of weddings happening up there?
Yeah, definitely have weddings. We got the perfect spot. September, October just can be so beautiful up there for weddings at our vineyard.
And are you guys waitlisted now for weddings for a couple of years?
Yeah, we've got openings still. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. We get inquiries all the time, and it's somewhat of a destination type wedding venue, so we definitely have a few openings left.
It definitely is. And now what I like too, and you hit on it earlier, but I remember talking almost 2 years ago almost about Wine Club and the discounts and the benefits that come with it. Can you fill us in on that again?
Yeah, definitely. We have a wine club. We've had that going for, I think we're at like 10 or 11 year members right now.
Wow.
So that have stuck with us, and they get 20% off their bottles of wine whenever they come up to the winery, and then they earn points for every dollar spent as well. We do member events and things like that. It's fun. It's a great way to kind of network in the community too, and just meet new people.
Well, it's wild how many folks can connect over, a glass of wine and, not, partying together, but just enjoying a nice glass of wine and being able to connect.
And that's what's great about, our vineyard location. It is your typical winery feel out there. You can go with friends and hang for a whole day and just kind of, enjoy the atmosphere.
Oh, 100%. And as we're circling back, when we're talking a weekend of music, what does that bring to the winery? Is this an opportunity for you guys to meet some newer faces that maybe you haven't seen before? Or is it...
definitely. Especially you get bands, a lot of these ones are coming from Missouri. And so... especially with the 25th event with Tim Cunningham, it's going to be a lot of new faces, and they're going to get to explore and kind of view our space and see what we have to offer, and then hopefully become return customers.
Well, and that's what I was wondering, because there really is a connection with music and wine, and not the music and rock and roll or beer and music, but wine and music's different because it's really folks that want that atmosphere experience. And honestly, it's pretty hard to find anyone else that can compare to a Grafton Winery atmosphere experience with that
Blues,
layout.
music, and jazz. I mean, you don't get much better than that.
And now, how long are all the musicians going to be playing for? Do you have a ballpark for us?
Yeah, they're about 3-hour sets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, each one. So the Blues Fest, it's going to be 3-hour sets for both.
Damn, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah, it's a full day of music, for sure.
I thought you were going to say, they're going to play for about an hour, two. And
no, they put on a good show.
Man, that's cool. And now, for any, blues band around that's kind of interested about it, because we have an influx right now of music and just arts in general around here, is there a way that they could reach out and go, hey, I don't know if you'll need us, but I'd like to at least show you what we got in case you need somebody next year?
Oh, definitely. We've got all kinds of, outlets to reach us, whether it's through the website, Facebook, you can email me at sales@thegraftonwinery.com. We want to continue on with this and do some more festivals if we can at the vineyards too. So always looking for different opportunities.
And now you guys have the best layout for a real festival layout where you can have as many cars as you really wanted up there, it seems like, within reason.
Yeah.
And then with a right layout, you can have a double-decker stage with how much space you guys have out there.
Absolutely. And, Eckert's being next door, they're such a wonderful partner. So we work well with them. They work great with us. So we've got ample parking for everything.
I was actually wondering about that, how that goes, because have you guys had some crossover events to where, they have something going on the same time you guys do?
Yeah, typically in the fall when we do our Harvest Fest, which that'll be coming up in October too.
Man, that's a big one.
Yeah, because they start, depending, I think, when they get their berries and stuff in like that, but around May, June, they open up.
Really cool. And that's what I was wondering. It's a great opportunity, I'm sure, for you guys too, and vice versa, where you almost symbiotically have a successful event together.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
Yep.
I like that a lot. Getting back to the Blues Festival, this is the 14th year this has been going, right?
Yep, 14.
I was nervous because I forgot for a second.
got
I
it.
kind of just threw that out there and hoping for the best. And what I think's cool is that there's so much stuff going on in Grafton, but the way that Grafton's laid out and where you guys are located, there's no better way to kind of make that trek and then just end up at the winery afterwards in the vineyards too, and just enjoy.
Yeah, we're just up the hill, so it's not far from Grafton itself, and it, like I said, ample space out there.
And are there going to be any drink specials or any buy 2 or buy 3 for glasses of wine?
Yeah, we always do case specials on wine.
Oh,
and stuff
really
like
cool.
That. Yeah, so you get 10% off a case of wine, and we'll have a couple of drink specials going that day. Sam comes up with some wonderful drinks.
He's a great bartender.
Yeah.
He really is.
He is.
Great pickup too. And I want to see all of you up there because I'm going to bring my parents. We're going up May the 18th because I got I'm going to Vegas on Memorial Day, so I'm going to miss the concert. But really, just to follow that up with a really great music experience too after the Blues Festival.
I'm excited about that.
That's a really good supplement too, for anybody that just wants to keep coming on back.
Absolutely.
And now, what's happening on Sundays throughout the summer?
Sundays, we'll try to have music up there on Sundays. Just take a look at the calendar online.
And then what was the last one too? The second Friday?
Oh, second Friday, we do Sunset at the Vineyard, so we stay open from 6 to 9.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's just a fun night. Come up, hang out, and relax.
Man, I just love what you guys are doing, seriously, because it's really easy just to have a business and then do a bunch of things that really don't tie in.
Sure.
But everything you guys do really tie into what the Grafton Winery is.
Absolutely, we try to keep on brand and make it enjoyable for everyone.
It's really cool, man. Keep up the good work, and whenever you want to come back in and talk to me, the floor is yours,
awesome.
Senator.
I appreciate it.
You can learn more at thegraftonwinery.com. That's thegraftonwinery.com. I really like the layout of the website, too. It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks sharp.
And for more information, that's where you find it. But I'll see you the weekend of May the 18th when Drew Ashworth and all the nice blues music is coming into town. How many different bands? 4 or 5?
Yeah, 5.
There you go. Music's waiting for you, and so are the vineyards. We'll see you there at Grafton Winery, graftonwinery.com, and we'll come back with more of our daily show after this.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Killing me, man. You know I've always been your biggest fan. Now I can't even listen, 'cause I'll get to missing her, then the hurt gets worse. Damn straight. I used to love your songs, but now every time that one comes on, my heart keeps broken half. But do I wish I could get her back? Damn straight.
There you are. Scotty McCreery coming to town August the 9th. General ticket sales go on sale on Monday. And I know just seeing the reaction is so cool. And the Amphitheater Commission worked so hard. And to see the public just really opening their arms to this concert, it's going to be a great night on August the 9th. And I am really looking forward to it. I might have to, hold on, let me just do a little math here. Oh, hang tight. Give me 2 seconds. 1, 2, okay, give me 4. Oh, August the 9th is a Friday, so that means you and I can sleep in and shake off the headache and maybe a little bit of, a hangover on August the 10th. August the 9th, Scotty McCreery hits the stage at 8 p.m. and get your tickets. Metrotix.com on Monday, or if you're a member of that fan club, you can get them today. Here's what happened on this date in history. Today is May the 3rd. And we'll start in 1950. We'll start first with this. In 1469, the Italian philosopher and writer Niccolo Machiavelli was born, I know I mispronounced it, and my Italian heritage is pretty frowning on me, was born on this date. In 1954, the Supreme Court did rule in Hernandez versus Texas, broadening civil rights laws. On this date in 1946, during World War II, the Japanese war crime trial began on this date in history. In 1947, a year after the war crimes trial began, a new Japanese constitution went into effect on this date in 1947. In 2007, man, so many of you were glued to the television, and I remember pieces of this and still watch some of the documentaries today. In 2007, in Portugal, 3-year-old Madeleine McCann went missing on this date in history. In 1952, Joseph Fletcher lands an aircraft on the North Pole. That happened on this date in exploration. On this date in the Vietnam War, the 173rd Airborne Brigade deployed to South Vietnam. That happened on this date in 1965. On this date in art, literature, and film history, in 1933, funk master James Brown, born on this date. And you know what? If you have time today, and I can't play it because I'll get in trouble, James Brown and Pavarotti did like a It's a Man's World duet with opera and James Brown. It was amazing. I mean, for real amazing. If you get a time today, it's like 5 minutes of your life. Go ahead and Google that or YouTube it, and then all of a sudden, you'll watch some crazy music happen, and it's genius. Also, there is no better meme than James Brown singing, doing It's a Man's World. I don't know if it was the Midnight Special show or if it was just a concert. He's coming up, and it's like, let's be honest, he's blown out. And he, it's like the meme is whenever the bathroom chemicals hit you when you're cleaning the toilet, and you're like, whew, one of the best. Anyway, also on this date in art, literature, and film history, in 1948, U.S. Supreme Court decided the Paramount antitrust case. That happened on this date in 1948. In Asian history, in 1962, two trains collided near Tokyo, killing more than 160 people. On this date in crime history, Exxon executive is murdered in 1992. That gripped the nation for a few weeks. During the Cold War, on this date in 1951, congressional hearings on General MacArthur began on this date in history. In 1980, Mad Founder's daughter was killed by a drunk driver. That happened in 1980. And then, fun final one, during World War II, the Battle of the Coral Sea began on this date. In 1942, I am sweated wet. Oh my goodness, this humidity in the building is just getting me. On this date in music history, in 2019, Wayne State University of Detroit awarded Jack White with an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree. Where is my Elvis scarf so I can dab my forehead off? For his dedication to Detroit and significant contributions to the arts as one of the most prolific and renowned artists of the past 2 decades. There ain't no doubt about it. On this date in 2017, American drummer Casey Jones died at the age of 77. In the early 60s, he recorded with Earl Hooker, A.C. Reed, McKinley Mitchell, and Muddy Waters. As a session drummer, this is where it was really cool. He worked with artists such as Lou Rawls, Otis Rush, and Johnny Winter. For 6 years, he was a member of Albert Collins' band as his drummer. And definitely just a prolific life in music. On this date in 2017, the Eagles were suing a hotel in Mexico that calls itself Hotel California. After the band's hit song and album, the rock band claimed the 11-room hotel in Todos Santos actively encourages guests to believe it associated with them in order to sell merchandise. They claim the hotel plays Eagles songs in the lobby and sells T-shirts describing the venue as legendary. On this date in 2014, American musician Bobby Gregg died at 78. Gregg is best known for his work as the drummer on several seminal 1960s songs, including Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan and Simon and Garfunkel's The Sound of Silence. He was a temporary member of the Hawks, which later became known as the band. That happened on this date in 2014. On this date, In 2004, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected an appeal by two musicians who claimed they were owed royalties, if I can talk today, from Ozzy Osbourne. Bassist Robert Daisley and drummer Lee Kerslake had fought a long-running battle since 1997 with the Osbourne family, claiming they were entitled to money from the album Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman. Sharon Osbourne said the pair had harassed her family and had their contributions removed from the album because of their abusive and unjust behavior. That happened in 2004. In 1997, Katrina and the Waves won the Eurovision Song Contest in Dublin with the song Love Shine a Light, making them the first UK winners since Buck Fizz, I don't know who they are either, in 1981. In 1997, the notorious B.I.G. started a 3-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with his posthumous hit Hypnotize, a number 10 hit in the UK. The rapper was gunned down and killed on March the 9th, 1997. In 1986, Robert Palmer went to number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Addicted to Love. It made number 5 in the UK. Palmer originally recorded the song as a duet with Shaka Khan, but due to contractual problems, her voice removed. In 1980, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band started a 6-week run at number 1 on the album chart with Against the Wind. That's what happened on this date in history. And coming up next, Eddie Sholar, Village Dispensary. We're going to learn more right about it after this.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. I'll be going to the Village Dispensary either this evening or tomorrow morning. And Eddie, this is really cool. What you guys have cooking down there is really unique. How's everything been this morning?
It's good, man. It's real good. They're up. They start at 7 a.m. So we've been going already for a few hours today, and it's back to every day. Selling the goodies.
Well, that's what I like is the logistics of Village, because it's open at 7, because there's some that don't open until 10 o'clock. And man, my morning started already.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of work traffic in front of that location, whether it be to or from work or whatever shift you do work. So, and that, and it's not a consume immediately product anyway. No. Always, you can be taking it home and planning for it that evening or the next day. So if you're on your way to work, we're trying to be there at those times. It's such a busy, it's just an explosion of drive time, between like we open at 7, so let's say 7 to 8, just crazy traffic, and then coming back from 4 to 6 p.m. on the way home, it's crazy traffic. So you want to be there for sure at those times. So just take it for the whole time.
Man, I love it. And how long did it take for you to get this up and running?
Well, the construction, Miller Construction, familiar with Aaron Miller? He knocked it out. It was amazing. I think it took him like 41 business days, and between when you're looking for skilled union. Local and a small, it's really difficult to do because they're so planned out and they're so far ahead and the good ones are so hard to get. He really helped us out. Now, with that being said, it's can be kind of a political and a hard thing. It's still fairly new and they're kind of backlogged. So we ended up having to wait a little while. We sat for a little longer than we wanted to. So I would say the whole process was still wonderfully like. Maybe 4 or 5 months.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You went from Woody's Chicken to Village Dispensary in a blink of an eye.
You could still smell it before we got done.
That's what added to the sales, man. They started eating those edibles and came back here.
It might have worked a little. No, it was a really quick. Those guys, that got to give it to the builder on that. But then the process wasn't horrible. But there's some red tape and hurdles with still cannabis and still it's not it's close to where it's not a horrible thing, but it's still got a little bit of the departments and the political parts and the hoops you got to go through and the different they still exist, so it takes some time.
Well, that's why I've always said folks that right away when Illinois legalized, man, I've got to get get in the lottery. Man, good luck because I ain't even touching that. That's a whole nother ball game.
Well, it's and that I did the same thing.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons, and I had buildings right on the Missouri line too. So like fireworks going the other way, I'm thinking, man, this will be great for St. Louis folks to come over because Missouri's not going.
Right.
So conservative. So they said they weren't going. So that's when I started kind of hunting it down and found out that I wasn't the right guy like you either. I didn't have deep enough pockets and didn't have and didn't have didn't know the right people, whatever it was, and get into the lotteries and get into them. So then I sold my buildings to the other dispensary.
Oh, yeah.
So then I kind of learned about, and I wasn't able to really get involved in it, So, and I learned a little bit about building one and about watching one and how they were when something becomes your neighbor, you accidentally gets close to you.
Exactly.
So I saw it and saw the clientele were wonderful and saw the sales were wonderful. So from the business side of it, I just got into it more. Well, by then Missouri had gone. So that area of my properties that I owned by the bridge kind of had lost their value, and the licenses started actually going down in value.
Really?
Yeah, there had been just because they're so expensive, they were blown out of just.
They were. That was
it was
insane.
just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You couldn't make that kind of money. But everybody wanted it. When they won one, everybody that won one wanted millions and millions of dollars. And they, quite frankly, they paid too much in the beginning. So then when those folks opened down there, and I saw it, plus you see and you hear all the wonderful things about it. I mean, the average age is 54 years old, and all these old people over there getting different lotions and medicines and arthritis, and I'm like, man, this is awesome. Not only is it great for money, but it's cool,
right?
You know, so you're like, man, there's never a police call or a fight or an argument. It's like, man, this place is, all these people are walking in and out, and everybody's so happy. I got to get one of these.
So I swear to, I was up in Council the first time it went legal, and I got to go, and I had to ride that damn prison bus over there
from the water slide.
Yeah. And so I'm in there. Well, all of a sudden I'm looking around, I'm like, well, half these people are in suits just getting out of a meeting. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get over it.
It's unbelievable. You know? And you get all kinds of people, which is cool, even cooler, because you get some crazy looking dude sitting next to some suit and tie, and you're like, man, it's kind of like Fast Eddie. Yeah. It's like everybody just flowing, and over there, it's extreme. The age is what's so surprising.
Yeah.
The people that and they're just so happy. So I'm like, I gotta get one of these, man. I'm like, I just gotta get one of these. So I when I didn't really go to intentionally. Woody's was just jumped out as it's perfect,
right?
Because it's not down, you know, on the river down by me. It's out in, you know, it didn't really mean Godfrey. Didn't even really know for sure. I don't even remember if I knew for sure if it was God. It barely is.
Because you're on the jigsaw.
Yeah, I mean the address is Alton.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, so you're right there on that no man's land or whatever, and you it's just perfect. You know, it's just the coming and going of everyone from Jerseyville to. So fell in love with it, and it's Godfrey. So went to the Godfrey folks, and again, that's another thing that's different now. You know, municipalities were really hard on it. When it got down to that, you know, there was a whole lot of not in my backyard.
Right,
You know,
right.
Well, now it's totally the other way around. I mean,
well, you see the
bagging,
numbers.
They're rolling the red carpet. I mean, the financial money and
right.
the upside is so great, and the downside is zero. I mean, you're pretty much opening like a family pharmacy right there. I mean, it's like there's no negative really. You know, there's no negative.
No.
And you know, there's just so now towns love it, and that's why it's in Godfrey, not in all just accidentally.
Well, and the thing is too, you know, I think that's what a lot of the holdup was, Eddie, is they thought like I did when I was going in that you'd see the reggae heads and everybody else in there kind of, and they didn't want that type of crowd. But when you go in and see the diversified audience and the numbers. All means come in.
Well, you know, when Collinsville took theirs as a medical, people were up in arms. Well, let's switch to recreation when the guy built them parks, you know, and everything in the world. And it's really the no downside is the bigger than the upside.
Yeah.
So then now, you know, Godfrey, for example, has had the luxury of watching Alton and see no crime or that's all a bunch of BS.
It is.
And they're already, you know, they're declassifying, they're changing it now, they're hurrying up now. But, you know, Illinois had the luxury of watching Colorado. And so man, we're so far late in the game to where the proof's in the pudding. Godfrey, you know, now Wood River, East Alton, there's nobody they'll say no. It's the other way around. They'll buy you a building, you know, if you can find so it's made it easier on everybody to accept it and to enjoy it.
If you see anybody that tells you no, you please give me a call because I gotta meet that guy.
Yeah. There's no more mayors on the no side. No. Hey, Eddie, please.
The East Village Dispensary. You know?
I don't care where. Just please. Yeah. I mean, the tax things are set up really favorable for.
And what are the tax? Do you know what they go? I don't want to put you on the spot.
The municipality is like 3.5%, and then they get their original sales tax. So I think you could probably get around gross of 5% of sales. You know, and the average tax, and depending upon the potency and the medical card has none of the big recreational tax. So there's all kinds of different. But if a town's getting 5% of a dispensary, let's say, just for easy math, and you're doing. You know, if you have a huge one and you're doing $1 million a month, that town's getting $50,000 a month. I mean, there's no other business giving 50. I don't care if you're Walmart or if you're not doing it. That doesn't come in that tax form. So, and again, the biggest part is, what's it hurting? I mean, it's more like an old school pharmacy. It really now you can be against the drug still, which only 13% of Americans are.
Right.
Get with it. You know what I'm saying? Or that can be your thing, but you can be against using too many aspirin too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so anything can have its negative with being overused.
Well, and man, I say this all the time. Everyone that's taken, Advil or Tylenol for 20 years and taken 2 a day, you know what your stomach's doing to you now. These cannabis products ain't going to do it to you, and you're going to get through the day a lot better.
Well, I've been selling beer for 40 years. All my whole life I've been about selling beer, and I love drinking beer and selling beer, and it's cool and nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But there's a whole lot more and a whole lot different group of side effects about it than there are with, it has its problems too, and we've been right along with it, whether it's through charity or through everybody accepts it in their circle. But this is, and I'm not even a marijuana user, so I just see the business effects of it, and I see the I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not against it, but I mean, as far as like a daily user and a really person that's an advocate or whatever, I'd be more the beer guy, but I see more problems in the beer guy than you do so there is no argument on daily, on how it fits in society. It fits just as well as beer does. It's really a joke to look at.
You just dispelled the old adage. You never get high on your own supply, Eddie. That's good to know.
That's it.
Well, we were talking, it is a family pharmacy. I walked in the other day and blown away because these other dispensaries are almost like militarized, where you're in a line and then you got to sit here and wait for 40 minutes and then they scan. When I walked in, it was nice. There was a few people that were waiting on folks and then waved me in. He goes, see my ID? Said hello. Got what you want? Great. Flipped the counter around, that sucker came out, and I was out in 4 minutes.
That banking thing, those are cool.
Yeah,
because they expedite and they get you in and out of there. The ones that try to really key on safety also make you feel like you're in a correctional. It's like, man, what am I doing something bad? And you hear buzz and you're like, man, what the?
Yeah.
I got my mom working the door. I did. My mother's checking ID. Like, I'm trying to make it as, they got like nice looking shirts on. Like uniform. You're walking into Walgreens. You're not
right.
And if you do need the help, there's an area where you can ask for help because if you're a newbie at it and you've heard all these great things about whether it's arthritis or just getting high.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you want to do, you can ask. But if you don't want to ask, we don't want to overpressure it to where the people behind you are in there thinking, man, let's go. I know what I'm talking about. And it's another really informed consumer business, man. Way more than me. More than, they walk in and they know more about it than. So just let them get their stuff and roll.
You know what I do? I find the most experienced consumer in the line. If I'm ever waiting and I just ask, what are you getting today? Oh, okay, I'll make note of that and I'll get it tomorrow.
It's amazing how cannabis people know their game, man. And they don't need any help. Get them in, get them out. 5 minutes. Let them go home. Don't quit trying to sell them. Tell them what you can give them as a promotion or but not an upsell of teaching them. They don't want to be taught, man, unless they do. And if they do, they can request that.
Exactly. They got Redheaded Stranger on vinyl ready to listen to, ready to get over.
Right.
Well, and what I think's cool is the amount of folks that you got working too. How quick was it to fill up a staff? Because it seemed like everybody was excited to work for Village.
It's a totally different industry of that too. When it's new and young people are new, we were just flooded with people asking for us, to give it a shot. And we got some people that did have some experience, but we also wanted some folks that really didn't have a ton of experience. Quite frankly, you want some people that be new with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's all do this together, and it'll all be be easier for the customer. But we did in fact get a bunch of people that really wanted a new environment of the same thing. You know what I mean? A new test on, new twist on, taking care of the can. And these guys, man, I'll tell you, there's half of them, let's say, whatever, maybe even most of them that we end up choosing and got lucky enough to have. Man, they know their shit.
They do.
I mean, it's
You're right,
crazy.
they do.
Like, wow, how do you know all that?
Well, and what I think's cool too is the fact it's how they talk to you. Because sometimes when you try to be knowledgeable, it comes off of you being an asshole.
Right.
But this isn't. I mean, this is really just
my son-in-law is the general manager, and he's running it he comes from a corporate like Chick-fil-A. He's worked for a bunch of different.
Gotcha.
And and it's funny too how you can watch him like with his team, and he's not a big cannabis guy, but he does have a lot of knowledge about it, just whether it be from studying it or learning from them or picking up on it, how just that he's I don't know, late 20s, how those folks just know a lot about it. You know what I mean? Like we didn't know a lot, we just smoked it. We didn't know anything about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so even him as being you can be a part of it and pick up on it. And it's almost like they test themselves or kind of bounce things off each other, trying to see who knows more and who can learn more and who. It's really cool.
It's a fun environment to work in.
It's a fun environment, right?
You got a moment to stick around? I got to pay a quick bill.
All right.
10:09. That's the time on this third day of May. I'm getting ready because I'm gearing up. Village Dispensary. I'll see you there at 6 p.m. Eddie ain't going anywhere, though. We're going to talk a little bit more about it right after this on RiverBender.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey, Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team.
We've got Joey.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to verify I'm 18 years of age or older. All right. VillageDispo.com. I had to get on the website and hit the age verifier.
21, it should say. I hope it doesn't say 18.
Oh, it said, maybe it's.
Oh, the medical, you can be 18,
medical,
right?
yeah.
Well, there, you got to be 21.
You better not go with a horizontal or a vertical. That's what I'm saying.
21 and in the mood. 21 and in the mood.
I gave your damn, I was a live read yesterday. I said, they might not be the coldest bud in town, but it's sure the loudest.
Right, yeah.
Well, right now at Village Dispensary, you guys have the chance to get your goodies and get in on the fun. Happy Friday now through tomorrow, Saturday, the 4th of May. You can win a Puffco Proxy from Cresco. This thing's cool. Have you seen some of those?
Again, I haven't tried it, but I've seen it. It's kind of like a round thing, isn't it?
Like a pipe. Like a corncob pipe almost.
Oh, okay. I know it. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Well, we're always trying to do something cool, and trying to get as many. I didn't know. I'm the wrong interview for that.
Well,
kind
I'm
of
telling you what, if you haven't tried one of these suckers yet, this is one you want to win. Now, one free ticket upon entering and an additional one entry for each Cresco, High Supply, or Floracal product purchase. This sucker is smooth, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool giveaway. I might have to call out there. What's going on?
Who's up to this one this morning? Well, when do you guys close at night? Is it 10 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, we the village allows. Well, the city of Godfrey allows at 10. That's their requirement. And we were trying 10, and it just doesn't exist. It's it's another thing that it's not a late night gig, man. It's not people go on their way home from work to get their to get their weed. It's not like you're running out at midnight. It's not like that. It's
No.
So 8 o'clock, we go 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Well, I thought about that because, when I'm drinking, and I run out of beer, I'm going to go try to find more beer. But if I'm, a little bit in the cloud, you're right. I'm
different.
staying in the damn bed.
It's different.
Yep.
and you're drinking with a buddy that convinces you, man, go get another 6-pack.
Yep.
You're smoking alone. You're like, hell with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not like a group, it's not consumed, with a bunch of guys that come up with a bad idea.
Right. What I think's cool too, man, is the different products you have, because a lot of dispensaries have a ton of stuff, but it's not really good. It's just kind of fad stuff.
Well,
this is good quality.
And that's what recreates, goes into the giveaways too, because I went so crazy on the inventory. We got Allison, our inventory man.
She's great, by the way.
Yeah, she's
awesome.
really good. And I afforded her the luxury, be as great as you can be. In other words, spend some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have tons of inventory. I mean, just tons. So, and some won't work. Some people aren't going to like, but this way, being new like we are, she could make sure everybody is happy and you can tell what you got to replace and what you got to get your return. So we got the inventory.
Now, you hit on this earlier, but I got to ask you, 30 years ago, did you think that pot would be more than just rolling a joint and calling it a day?
I mean, probably figured it'd be more, but definitely not like it is now, and the direction it's going. I mean, we're in its infancy now, so there's no telling what'll happen in 5 or 10 years.
I'm telling you what. Did you see what that guy did in California? He was the first delivery company for cannabis for the dispensary. That guy's making multiple millions of dollars.
Well, during COVID too, they had drive-throughs.
Yeah.
So people couldn't go. Well, they shut that down. Well, I have that drive-through.
That's what I was going to ask you.
So I've been like, what was the reason that you shut the drive-throughs down?
Yeah.
And I haven't got an answer yet on it, but I hope to open a drive-through.
That would be
and
cool.
That's just another step of progression in that industry. And then, I mean, you take it from being a 7 or 8 or 9 minute deal, which is no big deal, but it's 6 more than most people want to spend.
Right.
They want to pre-order, pull up to you, hand them the bag, they hand you the cash.
Boom. Yep, they're gone.
Gone. Drive-throughs are 90% of McDonald's business. Why wouldn't it increase any other? And I never have got the answer why they took them back from COVID, but the delivery part of it, that's going on. Hell, Grubhub and Food Hub, all those.
They can do it?
That's a whole thing they're trying to do. Like Colorado, they're trying to become that now, where that's a big part of their business. So what I'm saying is, everybody's asking. I'm asking for a drive-through. They're asking for, and it's just to make it easier on the customer.
It's a really exciting time to be in the game.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
yeah.
fun, yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you, because I mean, the bar industry is pretty much established.
It's
there.
been going on for 100 years, and it's definitely who I am. And a lot of them are, they're cross-relatable to where if you know one real well, you probably know, because you know people, and you know people that are about half nuts. They're trying to, you know what I'm saying? So you learn it like that. But it's also stagnant and sitting there and kind of here we are. It doesn't progress. There's nothing really to do. People are always going to eat and drink and hang out.
Right.
But this is something that we get to learn things about and see how people change and how people are willing to open their mind for other people. And it's cool.
What I like is if you're crazy as me, you eat an edible, then go to Fast Eddie's, and then you feel really good for a few hours.
You down there, you want a guy on an edible.
Yeah, that's right.
It increases everything more. Right.
Well, Eddie, it's always great talking. I know you're busy, man, and just to get you in talking about Village Dispensary a little bit more, is there anything coming down the pipeline? Are you looking to add more, or right now are we good?
Well, there at that location, we do have some things planned, some parties, and some because we never really got an opportunity for a grand opening as we sat, for a little while. But yeah, there's definitely more. There's an infusion lab that I'm looking to do, where you actually create your own.
Yeah.
And then hopefully a grow in the future too. So yeah, I'll be doing steps.
That's cool, man.
And again, like I said, I have this next generation, son-in-law, and these guys, and they're really interested in it more than me. So if they're willing to do it and they want to work and I can make some money, let's do it.
That's a win.
So there'll definitely be a future more, the company will be growing in different, whether it be another dispensary first, I don't know, or the infusion lab is definitely going to happen, and maybe a grow. We're open for anything and hope it grows.
Man, that infusion lab sounds badass, so that's cool.
It's more than likely going to happen really soon, and I have the license and everything.
So wow.
I have that done. So me and a couple guys, just like there's always a couple guys, how they we're planning on doing it right here. And what that does is then you can brand your own. There can be Fast Eddie edibles. There can be
Oh my God.
CJ's Get You High. There can be and then you can actually you buy the product and turn it into the edible and inject it, infuse it into the edible, and then your edibles are bought for 1/10 the price, and you can sell them for cheaper, and it becomes like so there's a whole lot of things in the works that we're going to keep trying to do. Yeah, it's a fun industry to be a part of.
I got to get a CJ Nacello gummy made, man. I got to get in on this early.
What would it do to you?
What
make you kind of goofy and shit?
What wouldn't it do to you?
I'd like that take one. I'd like to feel like you act one.
Oh, it's nuts.
No, but there's more shit in the works.
That's cool. I don't care. It's online. The FCC can't control me no more.
That's why we're talking to weed. That's why I got invited. I don't get invited anywhere anymore.
Well, man, just keep up the great work. And, even though this is for a different business, if you are 21 and in the mood, you aren't going to get the coldest, but you're going to get the loudest smoke around if you go to Village Dispensary. And grand opening, let me know. I want to get down there and broadcast. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll do it from there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's a good idea.
I don't have very many of those. John, make a note. I don't get very many good ideas going. 10:20 is the time, man. Eddie, good to see you.
All right, man.
Take a quick break. Daily Show comes around the corner on this Friday morning in the heart of the 618.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Okay, I got to share you with this story. Share with you this story. Share you with this? I don't know. All I know is that a woman from Alton is facing felony arson charges after, get this, damaging several pairs of blue jeans by, quote, means of fire or explosive, end quote. Man, Levi's must have really made her angry. Lachelle N. McBride, 32, of Alton, charged with arson. That's a Class 2 felony, and criminal damage to property. That's a Class 4 felony. On March the 27th, McBride reportedly caused over $500 worth of damage to numerous pairs of blue jeans, which, oh my God. It's not that serious, which were the property of another individual. The jeans themselves were valued at over $150. McBride's case was presented by the Alton Police Department, and she has been granted pretrial release. Seriously, though, is it that serious? If I can't have them, nobody can. Anyway, that hit the news today. That was a story that's been gaining some attention. We're going to be talking to Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew here in just a few short seconds. And before I do that, wanted to fill you in on Pro Wrestling Epic this weekend. You know, they're a great group of folks, and it was really cool for me to catch up with Camaro. He had actually trained me quite a bit, actually, in St. Louis, and just a talent. Well, he'll be making his appearance at Pro Wrestling Epic at the Franklin Lodge on Washington Avenue tomorrow, and this is fun. Jackson's going to go head-to-head against Diamos in the main event match. A variety of matches lead up to that main, including a match with Riley Knox and Teal Piper, the daughter, legitimately, of Roddy Piper, facing off against Ari Alexander and the Marionette Noel. More details about the wrestlers in each match are available on the Pro Wrestling Epic Facebook page. General admission still available for $15, or you could call 618-806-4656 to get your tickets today. Doors open at 6 p.m. tomorrow, bell time at 6:30. Jackson appeared on this show and said that PWE has, quote, a loaded roster with unlimited potential. While he waits for the main event on Saturday, he especially looks forward to sitting back and watching those tag team matches, which he expects to be chaotic, brutal, and violent. Going into the matchup against Diamos, Jackson said he's done his research and he feels prepared. Here's what he said to me. I'm excited, man. I did some research on the guy, and that's a jacked guy, he said of Diamos. But just learning who my opponents are and doing my research and just figuring out, okay, how do I beat this individual? Jackson described Diamos as an older guy who's in, quote, phenomenal shape. So he expects some competition and has been training hard for the epic match on Saturday. Beyond the main event, he's ambitious about his goals in the future of pro wrestling. And being honest with you, he will be on TV and in the meantime. You know, it was so cool. I went over to an AEW show, and this was right when I kind of got back into St. Louis from Austin, Texas, and to see him and a few of the other guys I train with getting that shot, man, it's so cool. And St. Louis has such a vibrant wrestling scene. You can find out more on Pro Wrestling Epic by visiting their Facebook page today. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew, right after this on RiverBender.com.
No matter the season, Played Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Played Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. The time is 10:33 on this third day of May. It is a Friday in downtown Alton, and while I have you, before we talk to Sarah Beth and Irene, who are making their way into the studio, I want to fill you in on Hainer Library, one of our best partners. And RiverBender.com, and our daily show. They're just so much more than a library. They're a door. They're a door to knowing. They're a door to adventure. They're a door to discovering your own family's roots and your door to enjoyment and entertainment and activity throughout the 618. Do you have your library card? Because if you don't, you got to go over to HainerLibrary.org. That's HainerLibrary.org. Get the How Do I tab going, fill out your name, your phone number, and boom, you're taken care of. Hainer Library card waiting for you. Don't forget to tell them CJ sent you over their way. Sarah Beth, Irene, good morning and happy Friday to both of you. How are we doing?
Good. Wonderful. Good morning.
Thank you. This is exciting. Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew is really a staple event at this point, and so many people contribute and are a part of it. But right off the bat, how did this event get established?
Gosh, 16 years ago,
Wow.
Susie Bechtold and I, actually, Susie Bechtold was the one, she was our gift shop manager, and she came up with the idea. And we actually held it at Dr. John Holscher's house. So it was held at a home, and we didn't even have maybe 100 people, but not quite. And then after that, we thought, the loading dock would be a great venue to have it, down out by the river and everything, and the rest is history. So,
what was the purpose behind the event initially?
well, this is our major fundraiser for the White Cross Auxiliary, and this is the way we raise funds, and then the funds go to supply grants that different departments may have, or whatever. This year we are funding a portable anesthesia machine. So every year we always have a certain thing that we support.
Well, and that's really cool for the community too, to know that everything that we're working towards on May the 18th, all of our efforts are going towards a very crucial tool in helping the medical experience of so many, and it could even be ourselves.
Absolutely. Correct.
That's what I think so fascinating about that component of it too, is the thing that you're raising money for on May 18th could come into play if we're ever getting our treatment at Alton Memorial.
You're correct.
And with that being said, it's got to be fun to get all this together in a way, because there's a lot of work with this event. I could only imagine the amount of folks it takes and the time and the organizational factors. But when you get all of these vendors that are ready to be a part of it and you have the community reaching out, it's got to feel really good knowing that they support such a great cause.
They do, and they come back year after year, which is very nice.
Is it pretty easy to find them and just say, hey, we're doing this on May 23rd next year, go ahead and book me in?
Right. We have quite a few that have been long-term supporters, and then we have some new this year.
That's what I think's really cool, is just to see how it evolves throughout the years, too. And now on May the 18th, what time do we start?
We start at noon.
Oh, really cool.
12 to 3, so afterwards you can mosey out and hang out at the loading dock also.
There's no better venue for this.
No.
There really isn't. And how they've been working together with you guys, is it a really good partnership?
Absolutely. Excellent. They have our backs 100%, and they're always willing to have us back. So
really cool. And take me through some of the vendors that we'll be experiencing on May the 18th.
Well, we have actually Alton Memorial Hospital. Morrison Food inside the hospital is a vendor, and they've always been very supportive. We have Bakers and Hale. We have Billy's on Broadway that's on Broadway over in St. Louis, Missouri.
That's cool.
Yes, very cool. And the Cookie Factory, Donewald, Duke's Bakery, Jetland's on Broadway, Grafton Winery, Grafton Fudge and Ice Cream, Heaters, Kerner, Old Bakery Beer, Olive Oil, Marketplace, Schlafly Beer, The Loading Dock, Tony's Ranch House, Wild Pickens, and the new Mexican restaurant, that Best Western restaurant, I don't know if I pronounce this right, Chapala.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so, because I've been really nervous about saying that one, too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. I really have been. Well, and when you have all these diverse vendors coming in, and it really is diverse because you're going down the gauntlet, it makes for a really good experience for everyone else that's going to enjoy.
Absolutely. And what we really want to emphasize is it is Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew, so there is the element of the wine and the beer.
Yep.
But we also have a lot of food vendors. So you don't have to be someone who partakes in alcoholic beverages. You can come and sample an array of food and enjoy yourself also.
That's what I think. For foodies or, drink enthusiasts alike, there's something for everybody to really enjoy.
Absolutely.
And now, break down the event for me, because I got to be honest to both of you. I haven't had the opportunity yet to go to a Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew event. How does it break down? What's it look like when we start walking in from noon to 3 p.m.?
Well, actually,
we have an option where people can buy their tickets in advance online. So they can go to gogbob.org, GOGBOB.org,
Gotcha.
and buy their tickets ahead of time. So they will walk right into a fast track line, and we'll see their name, we'll give them their wristbands, and they'll take off. We do sell tickets the day of the event also, so don't hesitate to come up if you don't get them ahead of time. But it just makes it easier if you do it in advance. And then it's in the big boathouse. And so it doesn't matter rain or shine.
It's happening.
We can handle it because we're undercover.
That's really cool. And is it more of an open house setting once you're in there too?
Yes.
Really cool, because that's what I was nervous about, because I'm like the most socially believe it or not, I know people always look at me really funny when I say this. I'm so socially awkward because I don't know what to do in public when I'm by myself. So like if I'm in line, I'm like the weird guy just staring around and I look lost. So at least now I know when I go what to do here.
Well, bring a friend. Or 2 or 10. But no, the tables are set up so you can go and taste along the perimeter of the room, and we have some stand-up tables around, and then we also have a silent auction. So
I'm nosy. Fill me in.
Okay, well, it's all done online, so we make it as easy as we possibly can. And we have everything from baseball tickets and soccer tickets to dinners.
We actually have a dinner at the Cracker Factory that's going to be cooked by OB/GYN doctors, Dr. Jeff Turner and Dr. Christine Taylor, for 8 people.
Oh, wow.
And you get to pick from barbecue, French, and Mexican, I believe.
That's incredible. And the Cracker Factory is one of the coolest spots in town. And that penthouse, oh my goodness, get out of here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, we do. We have quite a few fun things. We got golfing packages for Rock Springs, Spencer and Rolling Hills. We have
the bourbon cigar.
We have bourbon and cigar party that's hosted by our Dom Perignon sponsor, Barry and Gay Julian.
Really cool.
Yes, so that will be a lot of fun.
They're great people. They are always so supportive of so much in the community.
They are.
It's so cool to know. Half the time I talk to folks, their name's floated as a supporter or something. Just really cool.
Right. Let's see.
A party at your house.
We have a swim party at our house.
Cool.
And then Gentlands on Broadway will be providing some food for that. We have lots of services. So we have manicures. We have spas at Indiglo in Edwardsville. We have, oh goodness,
the list goes on. But
yes,
what I think's so cool about that is that it's a gauntlet of everything. You know, people donating their homes for a pool party, to donating their time to cook dinner at the Cracker Factory, and that's what I think shows the community aspect of this type of event, because that's what goes into doing something this important for medical equipment or anything else we're trying to support.
Absolutely.
And as we're getting into this, folks, if you follow along with me on the screen, I'll tell you exactly where you need to go. I just went on over and typed in Google Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew. Here, we're going to go on the screen here in a second and show you. All you do is click on that, and then where's my Get Tickets button? I thought I just had it. Oh, it's right here. I went over here and clicked on Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew, and then I found some auction items.
Well, they're not turned on yet.
No.
They will be uploaded and ready to go a week prior to the event.
Absolutely. And if you see at the top those view event items, that's just part of it. But you can also get your tickets for there too. Purchase event tickets. You click on that, and there you go. You're ready to rock and roll right there on May the 18th.
Absolutely.
I love it. And now, as we're getting back, how many people are involved in getting this event together?
Well, and the whole auxiliary is supposed, helps, But then there's a smaller group that does the backbone, of everything.
Yeah.
So, Sarah
But everyone's
Beth
on deck.
Yes, right.
Day of the event.
Right.
Really
As
cool.
well as spouses, because nobody's safe.
Yeah. No, you're right. In this type of event, it is all hands on deck. Let's get it done.
Yeah, it is.
Now, how long does it take for you guys to plan this entire event, too? I hate to follow up with the same type of process, but it's really fascinating to me to see how such a large component of the event comes in together, in no time, it seems like.
Well, Irene has done an excellent job through the years. So the foundation is pretty firm. It's pretty stable. So this year, I've tipped my toe in, and with a lot of help from Irene, trying to take a little bit off of her plate because she's done it for so long. And so really, it's a matter of getting letters out and then start spreading the word. And so now this year we're some people might be looking for invitations in the mail. We are opting out of the invitation process. So we have a save the date card that has gone out, and with arrow sign generously donated. They're billboards. So we have billboard. They have 3 locations, so you can find us on there also.
And you'll find it in the article when we post it.
Actually, it's already on the event page. So if people just go to your event, the RiverBender.com event page, on May 18th, there's a link. It'll take them right to the
so cool.
website.
And again, the website is GOGBOB.org. Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew. And Irene, how cool is it after all the time that you put in, developing the event to where it is now, to see some, newer faces, the next generation, start to dip their toes in the water and hit the ground running with you?
We love that, and I have to say we took a hiatus because of COVID for 3 years. So what we did at that time, because with the vendors have been so good to support us and they were struggling, we sent out letters to people that had attended for donations, and then depending upon what they donated, we bought gift cards from the restaurants that had supported us, and then we gave gift cards to the people. So.
I love it. That's really cool. Well, and it's that the olive branch extending a little bit and going, hey, you were there for us, now it's time for us to be there for you a little bit.
Yeah, correct.
And whenever we're talking about just the event in general, what's it like for all of you, and part of the auxiliary, to really see the community coming together? Because obviously this event couldn't be what it is without the sponsors, without the vendors, without the folks coming to participate. But when you see a real vibrant community, diversified community coming together for this, it's got to be a unique feeling too. After all the hard work's done, obviously.
Yes, it is a fun event. It really is a fun event. So everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's excited to be there. We've had the people who have been coming for years, and then we're hoping to bring in
new faces.
Yeah, the younger people.
There you go.
This is my job. I just wanted to make sure this sector was working for all of you. If you're around my age, we got to start supporting things in our community because, our generation's time is coming. It's time to get out there and do it. And it really is.
Yes.
And May the 18th, how much are tickets?
They're $35.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, come on.
And you have 3 hours of eating and drinking.
Yeah. A lot of people will get, of some samplings and a drink and go sit out by the river because they usually have a band up at the loading dock, enjoy that, and then come back in. So for 3 hours, you can just graze and enjoy the music. And
I'm going to go more than that. You can feast for 3 hours. How about that? You're feasting for 3 hours. Well, and, obviously sponsors are the core of this event. And
Absolutely.
Would you like to thank some of the sponsors?
Yes, I would. So I've already mentioned Barry and Gay Julian. We introduced a new level this year, and so the Dom Perignon level, and they jumped right in.
Wow.
So they are our larger donor. We have the Champagne donors, Simon Hanley Conroy, Loading Dock, Arrow Sign, and Donawall Distributing. We have a Pinot Grigio level. We have Lewis and Clark Community College and Bernie Wickenhauser. We have Michelob Ultra level, and that is Rose and Fred Lammers, who happens to be the president of our organization this year.
Oh, cool.
Alton Community Federal Credit Union, Roberts Motors, who they were our first sponsor who came in. They sent their check in right away. They were the first.
I love it.
Argosy, Coldwell Banker in town, Crown Linens, who supports us with all their linens for our tables, Gorey Law Firm, and then we have Norton Rain, Landmark Realtor, Freer, Brevity Credit Union, and the Honorable Eller Duff.
That's really cool. By the way, that was impressive. You got to teach me what you know about. Did you turn your phone off in just a touch? That was cool. No, because my phone, I'm not even calling you out. That was the coolest thing I've seen all day. Like, so cool.
Well, let me just tell you, if anyone's going to call me, it's my daughter, Leah. So, hi, Leah.
I just saw that. I'm like, okay, that was awesome. But, but I just think this is wonderful. And it shows how supportive our community really is. But, for the younger folks out there that, in a couple of years, you're going to have to start, stepping up the plate and doing this because of the way that we got to pass the torch and keep moving. It shows that you still got to go out there and put the work. It takes a committee, it takes a group of folks to really get this happening. And even though the community is really ready to say yes, you still got to make the phone call and make that email. And it shows the hard work that it takes to get something done successfully.
Absolutely. And also, just a slight plug, we are always looking for new members to the organization.
Cool.
So, if you have an interest in helping out at Alton Memorial Hospital, we do volunteer things in the hospital. We volunteer at the gift shop, which is, if you...
It's cool.
It is a great hospital gift shop. You can shop birthdays, Christmas... personal there. It's great. But then we also do
registration, day surgery, over at the infusion center to help with people that are, having chemo treatments and so forth.
As well as some team building. So we will reach out to the employees with ice cream events. And
we do Shivers ice cream for the employees 3 times a year. They come in and set up a Sunday bar. So we do that for our employees because they support us too. So
Well, you guys read my mind because my segue question was going to be about the auxiliary as a whole, and it seems like you all are the quote unquote sixth man really when it comes to this because we never really talk about the toll that working in the healthcare field has on the staff, the team members of certain departments. And whenever, you can spruce up their day or just change it up by providing those opportunities. Or I've seen you guys in action with registration. There's a lot of people that are, sometimes confused about what to do. They're not sure about how to register or how to even get this process going to get into the hospital.
Right.
And you guys, the way you talk to folks, it's welcoming. It's not... talking down to the individual. It's seriously just helping them out and getting their process going so they can keep on keeping on to what they got to do, and it's really invaluable.
Correct.
Good to know.
Yeah, seriously.
It's nice to hear that.
Because I see it.
Yes.
Right.
100%. And that's not because you're sitting here,
Yeah.
And as we're getting back, I do want you to save the date. It is crazy, folks, but we are 15 days away from this one. It's crazy how this year...
Why'd you have to say
I
that?
know. I'm sorry. But it's like I kept telling Mike upstairs, Sarah Beth and Irene, I kept saying... January is the longest year of the month. You never get out of it. It feels like 2 years. And then all of a sudden, here's June and July and August. We're back to Christmas. It's just wild.
Yeah.
But there's 15 days for you to get tickets ahead of time. $35 a piece. Just go to gogbob.org. Or you can also get tickets the day of. So if you're like me, this is what I would do. All my friends get tickets, and then I forget because I keep telling them, okay, I'll get them. You can still get them the day of. And you can sample and have a good old time throughout the loading dock. The other question I have for you, is there any more additional purchases to be made once we're inside the event?
Well, we're going to have a 50-50 raffle.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
you want to participate in that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can always bid on the auction items. Again, you can do that online as well. And they will have those there, so you'll be able to see them.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So with that online bidding, you register your phone, and all the items come up, and you bid, and then when somebody outbids you, it'll give you a little nudge and say, "Hey, you've been outbid." So you don't have to stand the days of standing, watching the basket.
You're right. You're right.
It's over because and the hot spots up there there will be no trouble with Wi-Fi up there. We got it covered, so no one should have any problem with their phones.
So, what's funny? I'm the guy in those silent auctions that sees who's really interested in something, and I'll just start throwing bids out there just to keep them spending.
Well, there we go. We like you.
See? I'm ready. But don't you turn it on me if you start seeing me up there, I'm going to have 85 baskets coming home with me on the 18th.
Right.
Irene, what's your favorite part of the auxiliary?
Oh, gosh. I've been on the auxiliary for, since oh gosh, almost 40 years, I guess. And it started because my mother was, as well. And my aunt, I had 2 aunts that actually were on. So I think just supporting the hospital and, helping people and, I was in charge of the volunteers for 17 years too as well. So it's just being around the people and, helping them and, helping support the hospital.
That's incredible. I mean, but that's so important, though. I mean, seriously, and I wasn't joking earlier. I mean, I know folks that have volunteered, and they live for it. I mean, I had a neighbor of my grandpa's neighbor, Nancy, would go and volunteer all the time at Alton Memorial, and she loved every bit of it.
So Nancy.
Oh, I always forget her last name. Wickenhauser, I think.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, she started volunteering when I was in charge of volunteer. I think she's still volunteering. I think.
It shows how dedicated you all are, though. Because it's, it's something that you want to go do. And just like we want all of you to come support Girls on Grapes, Boys on Brew, May the 18th at the loading dock from noon until 3 p.m. Auction items, when will they go online? Do we know?
I'm in the process of uploading them onto the site. So a week prior, it should be live.
Really cool. And you can get tickets right now for $35. That's GOGBOB.org. You know what my problem is? I'm starting to see O's as zeros, and that's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting close. I'm getting real close. But we're getting real close to the date. May the 18th. We hope to see you there. Is there anything else I'm forgetting about?
I don't think so.
I don't. Yeah. We are thankful for the support from the community, from the vendors to the sponsors to the volunteers.
All the people that have donated things, we couldn't happen without all of them. So we're very appreciative of everyone.
Absolutely. 10:55, that's the time on this third day of May. It's a Friday morning in the heart of the 618. We'll take a quick break, wrap up the week that was right after this on RiverBender.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
DJ Mike Keith.
This is where I am today. Let me show you where I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it all home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know I laughed when you left.
Oh no! sad news. I don't want to end on a sad note. Oh. Remember that emotional support alligator I was talking about? I know it sounds silly, but hear me out here. Do you remember that emotional support alligator I was talking about? Well, here, let me throw this up on the screen for you real quick. This is Joey Henney, okay, and his emotional support alligator named Wally. Here's the picture of him, okay? That's him. Don't worry about SurveyMonkey or any of those ads, but that's the guy. That's his emotional support alligator hugging on him and getting ready to bite him in the jugular vein. Right there, you see it. Sad news. Very sad news. RiverBender.com reports that a Pennsylvania man who credits an alligator named Wally for helping him in very many ways, and this is actually kind of sad. He has said many times in interviews that Wally actually has helped him battle depression for nearly a decade. He is now searching for his lost reptile, and that's actually really sad. It went missing during a vacation to the coast of Georgia, and Joey Henney has thousands of social media users following his pages that are devoted to Wally, the cold-blooded companion that he calls his emotional support alligator. He posted photos and videos online of people petting the 5.5-footer like a dog or hugging it like a teddy bear. Wally's popularity soared to new heights last year whenever the Gator, remember, denied entry to the Philadelphia Phillies game, but who wants to watch them play anyway? You booed Santa Claus, they'll boo you too. Now Henney is distraught after Wally vanished, and while accompanying him on a April vacation in Brunswick, a port city 70 miles south of Savannah, he said he suspects that someone stole Wally from the fenced outdoor enclosure where Wally spent the night on April the 21st. In social media posts, Henney said pranksters left Wally outside the home of someone who called the authorities, resulting in his alligator being trapped and released into the wild. You know, people like this, you know, we need help to bring my baby back, is what Henney said in a tearful video. You know, that's what's wrong, you know, with society these days. It's not about, you know, just being openly mean. You know, this guy is, you know, obviously a little unique with his support alligator, but why are you messing with him? I mean, he was having no problems. He, you know, did whatever he wanted to do. And that's the problem, you know. People just don't like happiness anymore. They always got to be a disruptor. Don't do that this weekend. There's Kentucky Derby, there's a block party tonight. Wherever you go into a crowd, just be nice, you know, just enjoy the moment. You know, we're always walking around like this now. You ever notice that? You go to a restaurant and everyone's sitting there all tensed up like they're getting ready to meet with the president. Listen, it's small town America. Let people be happy. Let people be themselves and bring old Wally the alligator back on home. Hey, I'm out of time, but I'll see you tomorrow or Monday for more of our daily show. On that note, enjoy your weekend. Pick the long shot and put 200 on him, and your life will change forever. I'll see you Monday. Split it with me. On that note, have a great day. Try your best to stay out of jail.